Alright guys, this is episode 3, doing the pull day, starting with pull-ups.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Come Back series. Can you guess what we're hitting today? I don't apologize for that joke, even though it was stupid, but that's exactly why I made it. Anyways, so we're starting off with bodyweight pull-ups. Why bodyweight? Because I am rebuilding my foundation. I want to get to where I can do 25 bodyweight pull-ups in a row in one set, because from experience, I know that if I can get to that point, I can do a 45-pound plate for, 6 to 8 reps across multiple sets. So I'm just rebuilding that foundation. I don't want to be that guy that just has like a 25-pound plate and is doing, these little baby weight jumps. Just add some freaking reps, okay? Develop your foundation. You should be able... Every guy should be able to do at least 20 pull-ups. I mean, just pay your dues. It is what it is. But anyways, and body weight, honestly, you can get pretty far with body weight pull-ups, and you can even be more strict than I'm being. Like, yeah, I'm fully straightening my arms and whatnot, but like, getting my chin to the bar. But then there's also chest to bar. There's pauses in different places. You could cyborg it. There's tons of different ways to make this work for you. But yeah, just do whatever works for you, and the pull-up will not fail you. Also, I know someone's going to make the comment that my pants aren't doing me any favors. You're absolutely right. It's because I have no ass. Anyways, I was literally called SpongeBob SquarePants in high school, but now that you have that visual, we're going to move on to the barbell rows. And I'm doing these with my bench press grip, which is a thumb away from the smooth. Might as well have that consistency going for, my benching and my rows. I think that those two things will complement each other quite nicely. So I'm doing sets of 8 to 12 here, although this first set was with 15 reps. And I'm only using 100 pounds because I am very weak at this exercise. But guess what? My back is small. Like, is that a coincidence? Probably not. But yeah, you'll notice my elbows flare out a little bit. I'm trying to make this more upper back, and I'm also trying to... be relatively strict with these, not really use momentum. I could do 135 and have some cheat reps at the end, but do I really want to do that? Like, it should say something if I have to use momentum to do 135 on a barbell row. Like, something is seriously wrong. And it's because I haven't paid my dues, but that's something we're going to fix this time around by including the barbell row in my routine. And you'll see a lot more of them. So, now that we have those two time-tested exercises out of the way, which will absolutely build a huge back if you get strong at them, just saying, we move on to another time-tested classic that's not dangerous, okay? It just depends on how you do it. There are a ton of exercises that could be considered dangerous, but that's if you do them wrong, okay? These are preacher curls. People freak out when they see preacher curls now because of all of the bicep tear videos that are online. But honestly, man, for one thing, if you're a natural, it's less likely to happen. It's even less likely to happen if you just don't friggin' ego lift. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally using a 25-pound dumbbell here, which, I mean, I'm not very strong. So, yeah, I can't use big weights, but, like, it doesn't matter. I'm still pacing myself. I spent a long time doing preacher curls with the machine at my public gym, which I still have access to, by the way. I'm just choosing to work out at home because why not? It's also easier to film for you guys instead of having to film around people. But anyways, before I go off on that tangent, I spent a lot of time doing, sets of, 12 to 15 on the preacher curl and like really just controlling the negative and easing my way into that stretch, not letting the weight free fall, okay? That could do it, but, just cyborg. Like, I know a lot of people are talking smack about Dr. Mike or Mr. Mike or whatever you want to call him now. I don't really care about the controversy, but I know a lot of people are giving him crap, but, like, cyborging your weights, specifically on this exercise, it's going to keep you safe. Just ease your way into fully straightening your arms, and you'll be fine. There's something to be said about developing tendon strength as well as, your muscles. It's not just all about hypertrophy, okay? although that is probably the primary goal for all of us. But without that tendon strength, it's going to be hard to get very far. And so we need to develop these things. All right. Could you just do regular barbell curls or machine curls or cable, whatever? Like, sure, you could. But these will also do wonders for you. So why limit yourself? Why fearmonger yourself into thinking that you can't do these? These are an absolutely fantastic bicep exercise. You just have to do it and pace yourself. But anyways, enough rambling on that. You'll notice that I'm starting off with my right side, and that's probably bothering some of you that are OCD like me. It's like, no, you start from left to right. What are you doing? But the reason I do that, there's a few reasons. One is that I'm right-handed, so this just kind of naturally comes to me. But also, my right arm, despite me being right-handed, has been not significantly, it's been consistently smaller than my left for a number of years, which is hilarious. I don't understand why. I don't understand how it happened, but somehow my right arm is weaker than my left, which isn't really displaying today. I think I've balanced it out a little bit better. But I mean, it even shows up in my recent DEXA scan that I had. Like, my right arm is smaller. So I'm just trying to fix that however I can. And usually that means starting out with your right side and maybe even doing an extra set with that weaker side, which I don't do here, but, you know, I'm a little bit fresher. It doesn't make a ton of difference, but, like, I'm a little bit fresher starting out with my right. And so I'm giving it my all towards the weaker side first. But anyways, now that we have those out of the way, we move on to the second isolation exercise, and it's also the last exercise of today. It is the rope hammer curl. Now, why the rope? Why the cables? Why not do dumbbells? You were talking about doing free weighted stuff earlier and how you should be doing, bent over rows with a barbell in your hands and not doing chest support all the time with cables and yada yada. Well, I'm going to immediately contradict myself by doing this because the resistance profile for dumbbell hammer curls, to me, it's just annoying to deal with. I'm not saying that you can't make great gains with a little bit of momentum and body English, whatever you want to call it, on your dumbbell curls. But, I prefer being able to grind, especially because I'm trying to grow my arms. I'm trying to grow everything, but, like, really, I'm focusing on those arms. And I'm going to make this program more arm dominant as I go. But, like, with me trying to focus on them, I'm trying to pull out all the stops, stability, being able to grind, partials and whatnot, everything that I can to grow them. Because I'm tired of having small arms, guys. I'm tired of looking like a toothpick. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing this. And I don't know, these just feel better. I like these better. But at the end of the day, doesn't really matter. It just hammer curl or rope hammer curl, whatever you use, like whether it's dumbbell or cable, as long as you just progress over time, you will grow. And the same could be applied to all these other exercises I did. But that concludes the session for today. I will see you guys tomorrow for the leg day, the second leg day. I am not ready.